Saw he had a knife next to him.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about when I found 2 X-Acto knives in a city bike basket?
Ooh, Luigi.
I was about to take
Luigi's bike. You rode Luigi's bike, dude. You found it. That's sick.
Yeah, I found
Did
the
it say anything on the knife?
Did it say anything on the knife?
Engraved?
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
And what would it say?
I'm sure it said something. What?
It said exacto.
Trying
Must
to
have been some Italian phrase. Like bullseye for when I shot him.
Yeah. No, actually, I think I found the knives of a copycat. I think we're yet to discover the CEO.
Waluigi.
Murdered. Yeah, I might have found Waluigi's bike. Luigi used a gun, and he left no trace.
Yeah.
Except for his cute little mug in Altoona.
Also, you're telling me like an old guy recognized his cute little mug from that surveillance shot where he had a mask on?
There's gays everywhere, Charles. There's guys who pick up on hot young men.
It's true.
They got, the radar's active.
Yeah.
They're getting pings.
Yeah.
And they see Luigi.
It's like when you're in an Uber, the little beep comes up.
Yeah.
Luigi,
I mean, he was hot even in the bank photo when you couldn't tell his identity.
Oh, yeah.
He's the quarter of his face. I was like, that's a nice smile.
Yeah, I know.
He did not yell at that teller. Or was it a bank?
I think it was a hostel.
Hostel.
I think he was checking in
That
the
makes
hostel.
way more sense.
And apparently she flirted and she said, "Take off your mask." And he went,
Ooh, that's hot.
"That's what I would do."
Yeah.
Back in the pandemic. Take your mask off. You ever do that on a pandemic date?
Eating puss is never not funny. I wonder if a mime, who came up with that?
It's
Probably developed in France somewhere.
yeah. It is the funniest thing I think you can do.
They're big into miming. Jack Burke has a very funny joke about road rage and getting into it with somebody, and they're flipping him off, and so he's like, I just said air pussy at him. I was like, and then he's like, what? I don't know. It's a better joke than that, but it's funny.
You're gonna be with this family for a long time.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go to the kids' college graduation.
I think you will.
From special ed school.
Eric also had this thing where he was like, "Yeah, we should go visit the kids," and I'm like, "Nah."
I like that other people have a soul. No, you just have healthy boundaries.
Yeah, I would. It's yeah.
I mean, it doesn't affect me.
It doesn't affect you.
No, we have this constantly. It's like it's an interesting thing that's happened to me, but it doesn't weigh on me. I mean, yes, I've had a dream about Maserati rubbing my back in a weird way, and I didn't like it. But I've also had dreams about having sex with friends, and that I'm like, I don't want that either. You know, things just pop into your head.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you meditate about right before you go to sleep pop into your head.
Please pop into my head.
Please. Namaste. Namaste in my dreams.
Stay with me.
I put dream catchers next to my bedside lamp. And as I wake up, I just look in there for Maserati.
I used to have a dream catcher, and I would go see if there's any dreams left to catch.
Yeah.
Or you think hard at it.
See if they'll transfer back into your head.
Yeah. That's the thing is...
dream catchers were a thing when I had one when I was a kid, when I was like 10. I had a dream catcher next to my bed. Did you not have one? No. I had one. It had come down to eat cereal in my little headdress.
In your moccasins.
Yeah. Well, it's, it was in the winter. My feet were cold. I'd have to stay low because the smoke from the fires in the house. The hearth.
All right.
My mom would pour kumis on my Honey Nut Cheerios.
Kumis, dude. We got to buy kumis.
We need to buy some kumis. Try some kumis.
Yeah, overshadowed kumis.
Start selling kumis
Hey,
ads.
that could be our bodega cat.
Yeah, overshadowed kumis. Never goes bad because it never was good. Kumis.
That'd be so funny, though. Do you guys have any merch? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have one thing you can get.
We have a milkman who goes on tour with us.
We have a shaman that makes his own kumis.
Yeah, he'd have to be a shaman. He'd have to have some kind of religious certification from an esteemed yurt.
The WPG.
A yurt of learning. Yeah, the WCGP. Was it W? No, the D. The D. Okay.
DCP?
The DCWP.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a good one, though.
DCWP.
Anything with a W is good. And then a P after it, that's like a...
And a double A?
I
had a real like, oh no, I am a gamer moment recently when I was playing and I was sitting like I was just sitting with one leg. I was sitting on one leg. The buzzer rang because there was a delivery and I had to get up and I was downstairs, so I started walking up the stairs. I couldn't feel my leg at all. I tripped like 3 times. I was walking like a zombie. Every time I tried to put weight on it, I was like, oh, I'm coming. I was hobbling up the stairs to my own front door because I was sitting on my leg too long from gaming.
Yeah.
I was in that really focused. I was in the zone.
Yeah, you were in the
my
zone.
body was not a factor anymore.
I've never really been in the zone with video games.
I really think it is, and I'm not doing this just to hop on the trend, but I really think it is some form of ADHD because I was thinking back to when I was a kid, and I was like obsessed with video games.
I think that's a good way to
like
channel your
RuneScape.
ADHD. At least you're not doing a million shitty things. You're just playing a video game.
Sure, but I do it for long periods of time, and it sucks time from me. And
sure.
Any addiction,
yeah.
The core, like why it sucks is it just steals so much time from me.
Yeah, I agree.
So that sucks. Yeah, if I can, I've been finding a little more moderation, but I'm still staying up way too late. Mm-hmm. But I'm not like doing it during the day.
That's
much.
good.
Yeah. So, but I'll just like, okay, Molly's asleep. Time to play until 4 in the morning. Or like 3, and then I go to bed at 4.
But it's so nice doing something alone at night.
That's the problem.
Late.
As you develop a life.
I'm alone. It's like your little space.
I know, but if you stay alone your whole life, then you can do that anytime. So then the nighttime is also your time. Every time is your time. The times when you try to eat the shotgun, that's you time.
Yeah.
The times when you're gaming until both of your legs fall asleep and you fall out of your chair.
You gotta piss on your lap.
And you piss on the rug.
You'd say, if fighter jets do it, may as well piss.
Yeah.
SEALs do
Marathon runners do it.
Yeah, they poop on their legs.
Yeah. It's because they're very competitive.
Yeah, that's how it happens. Some guy accidentally shit themselves, and everybody else was like,
It's like, look at how fast he's going.
Yeah.
You lose the weight. That's like a pound off.
A pound? That's a big one.
Yeah, these guys carb load. It's a lot of linguine. It's starch.
just logs. If you go back through the marathon race, that's a job that we don't talk about. I'm a pooper scooper after the marathons.
After like the first 200 runners, you just see a bunch of like an Asian game show, like a bunch of logs barreling towards you. You gotta hide in the little nooks they put on the hill.
Nothing bigger than a marathon shitter.
I miss that show, dude. Whatever that show was, when there's a big boulder rolling down a muddy hill.
MXC?
I don't know. When these Asian guys typically
are like narrating, and there's a bunch of them.
Well, also just trying to climb up the hill, and then the boulder almost gets them, and they have to be like, ah! But there's not enough room in the slots for everybody, or they're not like at the slot yet. They're like halfway to the safety point, and then the boulder gets them. And it's a huge like you can tell it's not a real boulder. But it still looks painful.
I would like to do things like that.
Have you seen that show?
I think so.
I would just walk it like my dad. It would just be on.
MXC was always on for us.
What is that?
It's like a bunch of like, kind of like, it looks like it's a bunch of Asian people like doing kind of like a course like that. And they're kind of like.
Sounds like MXC.
All doing it one after the other.
I really appreciate these.
The milk jugs?
Yeah, man. They're great. You got some?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I know, aren't they good?
This is very helpful.
I know, we should do that for our guests. Make kumis.
That's nice.
Be kumis for the guest?
It's rude to refuse.
And then we post their reaction. And that's how we get things.
Nancy tries kumis for the first time.
It's our hot ones.
Yeah, it could be milk ones.
Ooh.
Or sour ones.
The people who try to go viral in every way on their podcast. Okay, so it's a history, sour, hot, beer tasting.
I did
spicy podcast.
Just fart, by the way. I'm so sorry. I laughed and I farted. I'm acquiring the children's traits.
Mm-hmm. You're becoming a child.
I'm becoming 9.
I'm trying to think of the song. I'm becoming more.
This all I want to do
is be more like me. You're singing this to the kids,
and I know
you're yelling at the dad.
Wait. So all these planes have been crashing. You're scared of flying historically.
Mm-hmm.
What's
historically?
What's going through your head? I haven't checked in a while.
Get that out of here.
Aside from my rank ass gas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm scared to fly, so it hasn't really affected me. I'm just like, ugh. I think
so. You're like, told you.
Yeah, I'm always just like, it doesn't make me more scared. I'm just like, I knew it. It's just now I think they're posting everything that goes wrong with planes because they're in the Flightgeist.
Flightgeist. Well, planes are crashing way more.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. It's because of stretched thin air traffic control people and just an overabundance of traffic.
Jeez.
So there's tons of planes in the sky and overworked, underpaid, because they're understaffed also. It's weird to be understaffed and underpaid. But they're managed or whatever by the FAA, which is so they can't like increase their money.
Oh,
They
why?
can't give them a big pay bump, I think, just because of government like pay things. I could
Oh,
be
wow.
talking out of my gassy ass here.
Sure.
But yeah, maybe when I fart, I just start lying. That could be some other neurodivergence.
Wow, I'll keep an ear out for that to know when to believe you.
Keep a nostril out as well.
Don't believe a word he says. He farted about 5 minutes ago. Delete everything he just said. Nothing mattered. He's fibbing out his ass. That's the phrase he's lying out of his ass.
Did he? Yeah.
Take a moment to enjoy that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Just wait.
Take a sip of Kumis on me. You throw up a little bit back into the cup each time.
It's okay. Doesn't taste any different.
It actually adds to it. It's like the Maserati of Kumis.
Yeah. Can I have a double shot of vom in my kumis?
Ooh, that'd be a good name for it.
Well, that'll be the last dab. Is the double shot of vom from one of us.
Ooh.
From each of us, sorry.
God.
Not one of us.
Hair of the vom.
Whenever I throw up at night, I like to drink a little vomit in the morning just to, kickstart the engine.
There's a never mind. Go ahead with the plan.
The plane. Did you see the Toronto thing? High
Flip?
winds. Yeah, the flip and the land.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was spooky. There's people just lying upside down. Just like, what the fuck?
And like
Their
pretty
iPads are on the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's now the floor.
Yeah, it's pretty instantly too that you watched that video. It was like as soon as it touched, it flipped.
Yeah.
And and I saw the interviews. They were like, we had no idea before we knew it. We were upside down.
I've always worried, and I don't think this is possible, but in this new world we're in where planes are doing wild shit, maybe it is, when you land, when you're trying to stop and the planes put out the flaps, when they deploy the flaps and they're like, stop, fuck, you can feel the plane being like, come on.
Yeah.
Everybody, Terminal E's right there. That it's going to try to stop too hard and it's going to be top heavy because there's a bunch of fatties in first or something. Maybe the pilot had too many Big Macs at the lounge and it flips tail over head. You know what I mean? Like stopping on a bike with just the front brakes.
Whoa!
I think they're just going to
pilots
use the
get
front brakes
ejected
of
to
the
the glass.
aircraft.
Oh!
Yeah. What if the back brakes fail and they only got the front and then they just go, woo!
Oh, dude. Well,
And then your dog, flies out of the fucking steerage. Are you allowed to put dogs under there anymore?
I don't know.
I don't know how you get a big dog across state lines in a flight. But let me
I know,
know.
you never
'cause I
see
got a
him.
project
You never
I'm
see a
working
big
on.
dog either.
No.
Because if you would have to just separate.
I've seen a
them.
few ugly furry women
Yeah.
dressed in sunglasses and a trench coat.
Yeah, they always board in group 9 with me.
Canine.
Yeah. Or the wheels just don't work at all and you end up like that Korean flight.
What happened?
The
They
one
just
that
went into the water?
That skid. No, you still the one skidding on the runway?
No.
Really?
Korean drift?
Yeah.
No.
I gotta show
So
it
it'd
to
be
you.
soul drift.
Um,
Because it's a city.
so this is what happened to me. My increased fear. We hit some turbulence on the plane when I was asleep. I'm sure you've seen this. It just had to skid on the runway. So they just had to land, no wheels.
Uh-huh.
Still scary. This happened like a couple weeks ago.
It hit me.
Skidding.
Oh, it had no wheels.
Yeah, the wheels broke, so they had to skid.
Whoa!
There was a wall. They all died.
What?
Yeah.
I thought
Holy shit, right?
I thought they were gonna be
I know.
the way you were pitching the whole. They just had to skid. Oh my god, dude! Well, he should have aimed for the foam pit.
You think you're good?
Oh my god, dude! That was South Korea?
Yeah, I think so. 2 people lived.
Wow.
And they woke up in the hospital and said, what happened? Wow. Yeah, your memory's just...
Oh my god, that's insane, man. There was a in the Freakonomics book they talked about how Asian countries. I don't know what the title. It was some kind of weird, catchy like chapter title of like racism is sometimes right or something like the case for race-based statistics or something wild, something a little Hitlery. But you keep reading, and you're like, this guy's got some good ideas.
Yeah, it's good. Separate them.
Yep. Art from the artist, art from the liar.
I did do this on the plane because of my fear. We hit some extreme turbulence. Like
I do have a reasoning also behind that. It wasn't just.
Oh, okay. Oh,
sorry,
go ahead.
The reasoning is that countries with high power differences, like Korea, like between the high class and the low class,
Dang it.
Boon Joon Kim is always making. I'm sorry, that's not his name. Boon Joon. I don't know. The Korean filmmaker is always making Boondock Saints. He's always making movies about class.
Okay.
Parasite, Paramore.
Whoa! I'm in the wrong class.
Crash.
Cause it's a different class economy we're making.
But there's such a difference, almost like a caste system. So any country like Brazil, where like the pilot is really revered and like deferred to, people don't want to talk back to the high power guy. There's more plane crashes.
Oh wow!
In a high power difference country. In a low power difference, like where everyone's like the U.S. and other places where you just feel okay to voice your thoughts, fewer plane crashes.
Wow.
Because you don't want to be like, hey, are you sure about that reading? You sure about that direction? You don't want to call the pilot an idiot, right? Or he'll, I don't know.
Like, I'll show you direction.
Right.
Yeah.
Right in the mountain. And then he kills everyone just to prove a point.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. So, there you go.
This is the only thing I was going to say is like the increased fear got me when I was asleep on the plane, had turbulence, felt it. I was in the middle seat and I woke up going, ah! My arms were flailing. I went straight up like a little bitch.
You were on Superman.
The first turbulence. I went,
Storm chaser.
and then I just went, excuse me. Some guy in the middle. If you're standing at the front of the plane looking back, some guy in 19C went, I was yawning.
The people behind you probably thought you were having the best time of your life.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'll tell you, this happened to me the first plane.
Posing for the picture.
Yeah, the cool guy. I tell you, the flight to Arizona over New Year's.
Sir, we can't allow you to buy that.
Oh, really? But
we can't promote that kind of behavior.
Okay, no problem.
At Six Flags.
Miss,
Great adventure.
Miss, can you go buy that picture for me? I'll pay you double. No, they'll be cool with you.
We can't sell this picture. It's considered child porn.
Also, Miss, you're not in the picture. Why do you want it?
That would be.
What, dude?
I shampooed myself.
Oh my
That would be wild if a kid like flashed.
You just snorkeled.
That would be crazy if a kid flashed his dick, and they're like, everyone who worked there got arrested for child porn. Like some 10-year-old who's just like, what? Trying to be funny.
Just by proxy, they all get the park
everybody,
gets shut down.
Everybody who rode that ride and looked at the picture gets taken away by the FBI.
Or it's like a Disney one where you notice it later in life on your fridge. Honey, you see this?
We're going away for a long time.
This has been a decade.
No, we just have one. I have copy. I sent copies to everyone.
Yeah, my dad got arrested at 70 years old. He's a big child porn
He's
guy.
rooming with Bill Cosby.
It was out there he's so sick he had it displayed on the fridge.
That's like a trophy.
We were in it.
Yeah.
What a pervert.
I bet you could try to get somebody in trouble for that. More likely like a little girl like flashing her. That would be the easiest to do.
Oh, that's
Be
immediate.
A top flash.
Yeah.
But there is an age where it's like you're nothing. But that's like 6 and below. After 7, you're a woman. That's what I'm trying to say.
I didn't think you were gonna go as high as 6.
What do you think?
I was thinking like infant.
3?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either. But a young
Well,
age.
no, you know. You said 6.
I do know. And I wrote it down on this card beforehand. I got a real big, different thing to. Well, not a real big thing. But
I
just
do have to pee.
Okay, let's take a pee break.
I think you're addicted to the Zen the way I just want to be drinking coffee all day. I think that's why if I tried Zen, I probably wouldn't be able to get away from it.
Yeah, it's
I love the rush.
I mean, I think I am like as of 2 days ago getting addicted because I zinned hard when Molly was away and I was just gaming and.
I know. I just want to do.
It does. It really has helped me with like reducing the weed though, because I'm really not smoking during the day.
That's huge.
Which is huge.
Huge.
And I'd way rather zen over that.
I think a smoke during the day for my
for the Chuckster
brain is a day that's over.
Kind of, yeah. It's a day that's either over or you're gonna really have to fight to get back to like some acceptable baseline. Not even the best. Not even Sigma.
I'm not even at my best baseline right now.
Best right now. Do you have anything else you wanted to? I feel like I've been talking a lot. The fans are gonna be pissed. They want Charles.
No, they don't. They stay for you.
No, they come for you.
No, I think I'm trying to think of anything. I've been alone this week.
They get hard for me. They come for you.
It's true. No, I think I'm doing good.
Okay. I went to this like bar, and there was I think a lot of people's problem with like liberally people are it's just kind of disingenuous. Like you're trying to promote yourself as a good person and you're for equality and love and all this stuff. And I saw a sign in a bar that was like, hate has no place here. No place. Hate. If you want to hate, you got to go outside. 30 feet away from the front door. Keep it down because we got neighbors. Hate has no place. But that's not true. Because you can hate in that establishment. It just has to be the same people as the people who put up the sign. Right? Like
you
if
have
you
to hate
walked
what
in,
we hate.
Yeah. Like if you walked in with a shirt with like Trump holding a bloody ear and it said, next time, don't miss. People would be like, that fits really cute.
Yeah.
Love that drip.
Yeah.
So nice. That's awesome. You know? So like that is hate. You know what I mean? You're hating if you had something with like, you know, a hangman and it was just like COP or whatever, or CEO.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people you're allowed to hate in the hate has no space. And I liked it when back in the French Revolution, when during like that liberal progressive movement, nobody was like, there was no hate has no place here. That we'd have no room for violence against women or immigrants. They looked at Marie Antoinette and they're like, let's get that Austrian bitch and cut her fucking head off.
Yeah.
And then
you like the blatant hate.
I mean, yeah, just be forthcoming with the hate.
Yeah.
Don't hide that you hate.
Yeah.
You hate.
You also hate.
You hate.
Well, that's the thing that they do. Both sides do most of the time is hate.
It's a lot of hating.
A lot of hating.
That's
really what it is.
Loving.
It's not a lot of loving. Both like to think that they do a lot of loving. They do a lot. It's a lot of negative energy in both of those areas.
Yeah. Well, they love. What do they love?
Is that something for you?
They love terrorists.
They love terror. The liberals?
Yeah. Well, don't want to get into it.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I don't know. I just thought that French thing was maybe something. Is that
That's
something?
funny. Yeah, it's funny.
I was thinking of maybe trying that. I have more on it. I couldn't remember.
I got more on it.
Hate has no place here. Yeah, they hate. I mean, they do hate. So hate the same people we hate.
Yeah, I mean, you could have an example.
The right hate has the
The right hate is outright.
The right hate has a place here.
You see that new guy doing this? There's another guy who did a politician.
The Roman
guy.
salute.
Yeah.
Who? Vivek. Ramaswamy. Who did it?
He did it in the Indian way. No, it's good. This swastika is good.
Yeah, he did this.
Yeah. I don't know who did it, but he did it very hesitantly.
Oh.
But he did it. And I'll look it up for you. But he's like, he quoted Trump. He's like, we will not go, we will stay, and we will fight.
Oh, wow.
And then he kind of was like,
he wavered.
Like a weird.
Don't do it. Stop doing it.
Just so you guys know, I've been doing the Jewish. That's what I've been doing.
The Havana Gila, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Abracadabra. So, but it's a
that's what they say when
crazy,
they disappear with all your rent.
Crazy clip. It looks like they said
Havana Gila.
Rabbi Avication.
What? Sorry, that's what?
I forgot.
Sorry.
He did it like someone had like a gun to his family's head.
Yeah.
And he's like,
if you don't do this on live TV, I'll shoot your family.
Yeah. Elon Musk will delete your ex account.
Yeah. Interesting. I want to know who it was.
I can look it up.
Look it up. Oh, and I have more news about Japan.
Hey, I think Nunningram wants to do the pod.
Oh, hell yeah. Did he reach out?
I think he just did.
That's nice.
Oh, he's probably got a special coming out.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, you got to do this.
You got to do us a pod. You got to do us a pod because you want to do us a pod. Not because you're trying to promote your gay-ass little shit. Ah.
Then he says, "Amen." That was a blatant.
It was half-hearted, but it was a blatant.
It was a blatant.
Those also, they're going off to the side now.
Yeah,
Like that's the American one.
Yeah.
It's the American Nazi salute.
Yeah, very weird.
We're trying to make it our own. American Nazi salutes made in America.
You know, the rappers did it with the hats. We're gonna try.
I buy all my Nazi memorabilia right here in America. That's yeah, they are like rebranding it. They're making it their own.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Now, if they would just do a little curtsy, it actually would be a lot more disarming and nice.
It's true.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, well, very good.
Someone bows.
Yeah, bow.
My lady. My lady Bennett.
Or if you do this and then you do it, you turn to the other side of the crowd and you do that and you're like, oh, he's just giving the old performer's wave.
Mm-hmm.
Just the.
Yeah. That's the sharp.
That's like, yeah, you do it once, you accidentally do it and you're like, oh shit, I got to do it everywhere.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone knows I'm just saying farewell. Okay. Isn't that what the Nazis would do, actually? They would have it like this, and then someone would do that on top of it?
I think something would happen
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
like, give me, go high, go low.
Yeah.
Something like that. Oh, Japan. I was watching this video about, so we talked about how Japan's rearming and everything. I was watching this video about the chip wars, like microchips and whatever.
I thought it was there's another chip war going on right now.
Dorito and
the Lay's.
Tostito.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bloody feud.
Yeah, they're getting baked, I heard.
Really? I don't think that's gonna help.
Kettle.
So they're kind of like disillusioned Vietnam soldiers, just getting high in the woods, not really focused on
Looking
the
at
mission.
porn.
They don't believe in the cause.
Yeah.
I was with someone recently who on the ski trip who works at one of those huge chip companies, and they're constantly. She's like, "Yeah, I'm like the marketing person for new products," and I'm like, "But how many? There's like 5 flavors of chips." They're trying like ketchup. We had the ketchup.
That's gross.
It's all, you know, there's like a sweet and sour, there's an espresso flavored one. It's like there's 5 flavors. And she's like, yeah, it is kind of hard
Yeah, of course.
to market blue watermelon, chili lime crunch chip.
Yeah, cinnamon toast crunch potato chips.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the Lucky Charms one off the shelves, but we're thinking the Oreo flavored potato chip may move quicker.
It's so weird that you have to, as a chip company, like every year, you're like, the new chip.
Yeah.
We got the chip.
We have the chips.
Chip's
we like.
done.
What are the American ones? Because if we're talking Asian, it's like squid, car tire. Like they have all the flavors.
Right.
You go to Thailand, like
Pangolin.
Yeah. That's a good chip.
Yeah, that's a nice chip. It's
Yeah.
banned in 60 countries because it's so good.
Yeah, salt and dog. All right. Sorry, had to say it. It was there.
Well, the whites, they don't even salt their
Cat and
dogs.
vinegar. There we go.
The whites just eat bland boiled dog. No spices. But that's what Doge should really be focused on, is the fucking chip companies wasting billions coming out with these new bullshit Laffy Taffy flavors.
Yeah, Oreo.
Right?
Oreo does the same thing.
Does it?
Well, Oreo has a million different. There's like cheesecake, red velvet Oreos.
Oh.
You could.
At least they're not going savory.
That's true.
Portobello.
Portobello Oreo.
Yeah, Portobello veggie burger.
Oreo.
Veggie burger Oreo. That sounds like a hockey player. Veggie Gregorio. Oh, like the whole reason for Doge's existence is to eliminate low productivity jobs from the government.
Yeah, they're
to
firing
go into
all
the high productivity sectors.
Yeah, so that's what they're firing all the park rangers.
Yeah, and like VA employees. It's very strange. I feel like he's losing a lot of voters.
Oh, for sure.
He seems to be firing his base.
Yeah, he is attacking his base.
It's strange. Yeah, he's really going at it with his shears.
Yeah, I think he's just doing it immediately.
He's manscaping
as
the U.S. government.
He needs to cut all the fat and speak to only the billionaires.
Yeah. And Elon's the buzzer.
Yeah.
He's manscaping with Elon.
Elon with like some glasses at a conference, and I was like, oh boy.
So the Argentinian president gave him a chainsaw as a gift, like a gilded chainsaw.
That's so funny.
And he held it like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's good.
Good
Lots
chainsaw.
of, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Whatever. I can't do an Elon.
Yeah.
I got to figure it out.
How's he dance?
Like a 1994 computer game.
This
character.
guy, I'm trying to have some point where I'm like, I feel like the big billionaires are all virgins. Musk,
okay.
Zuck.
You mean like in their souls? Not literally.
Well, I mean, Elon, I don't know. I mean, I know he has kids, but I don't know if he's ever actually had sex.
Yeah.
Like, they all have virgin voice.
Interesting.
They have voice where you can tell they haven't put a P in a V.
There's two types of people in this world:
Yeah.
virgins and humans.
But they do, and they have like they don't know how to act, and they dance like a virgin. It doesn't like they're.
Well, it's a good song. Who's not gonna dance like a virgin?
He's a weird guy.
Yeah, he is strange. Yeah, I could see him not like. Okay, I've deposited my pile on the table, and you'll take a baster and put it in you now, as opposed to P and V sex.
Yeah, someone
It's just so barbaric.
It's not fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
how
enjoy it.
am I supposed to have sex with you when I can't even get hard?
Going bow hunting with Rogan. I'm late for tea time on a buck. I don't know what this voice is, dude. They have a lot of other low productivity jobs at PepsiCo
Yeah.
that they could slice. We could get all those guys working on cancer research instead of the new hickory smoked studio apartment chip. It's just abstract.
Yeah.
Just places.
What if we do room chips?
The Empire State Building, Twix. Twix to do it. Twin Towers.
Twix.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Who do you want to live, right Twix or left Twix?
And you
it
open
Tower
it
7
and it's already
Twix?
broken.
Yeah.
You see little pieces of nougat trying to jump off.
Yeah. Huh. Twix don't crumble like that.
I'm just trying to find the secret edition where they released the plane.
A Milky Way over in your cupboard randomly collapses. Hey. That wasn't even...
There is a third Twix, but it does not come in the wrapper. You'll find it somewhere in your home when you get back.
I just found out PepsiCo took out insurance on the Twix the day before they crumbled.
Now, Jews and the Twix, just saying. Oh, Japan.
Japan. Wow.
Japan.
We keep coming back to Japan.
Keep coming back. I can't stop. All roads lead to Japan. It's a great place. But we're not even talking about Japan. We're
Sounds
talking
like
about
a Japanese guy talking about my place.
It's a great place. We're talking about Taiwan. Because remember China launched those missiles, did a little they leapfrogged them.
Yeah.
They put their hands on their back and they're like, just so you know, I could destroy you.
Yeah.
Blockaded their whole, like surrounded it with battleships. Nearly got myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just to show a force, hey, look, Taiwan, we at any point we can just come over and take your lunch money. And Taiwan, there's a manufacturing plant in Taiwan.
Yeah. Is that NVIDIA?
No,
it's
it's called
one.
TMC or something. TMJ.
TMZ, I think.
TMZ. Yeah. And they go around and they interview people and
They put it all on a chip.
they put that on a chip and
Interview
chips
chips.
and they send it to us.
Smoked mesquite interview chips.
Yep.
Try with Kumis.
Scoopable chips. So they're working on a scoopable chip at the factory, but they're worried that they won't be able to make it because if like China just decides to pull a Russia and goes in. So that's why Japan's and Japan's also a big contributor. So in the US, we like design chips. I watched this video that was so good on YouTube called Chip War, starring the author of the book Chip War, Chris Miller. And it was so good. It was 15 minutes. So there's no way I'm going to read the book.
How?
No way, no chance. Also, if you're listening, producers of that video, give Chris some water. He is smacking.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's very smart, but I could hear every sound his mouth is making.
Ew.
Yeah, he was playing racquetball in there with his tongue. It was audible. And I wanted to cancel my subscription to that guy's mouth. So somebody give these like very intelligent authors some water. I don't know who's in charge of this, but is there a guy not listening to the sound?
Maybe their brain is so active.
They're like, I guess
that it
fireworks
sucks
are going
everything up.
off over there.
It's like a high-powered car engine.
Yeah, but I mean, I get dry mouth. Like we take sips of water. We take water on stage. It's not abnormal to just sip. They don't even know to tell them. Like I hear it immediately, and I try to fix it as soon as I hear it. You know what I mean?
It's true.
This guy's the whole interview.
Oh, God.
And it gets worse and worse.
Oh,
Nobody
man.
ever gives him water.
Wow. I'm surprised
They're just giving him chips. It's sucking all the moisture out. All right, so Chris is telling this story. It's a great story, wonderful story, tremendous story. The U.S. designs a lot of chips. The people the manufacturers, because it's cheaper typically, are in Asia. So like South Korea, Taiwan, and then Japan supplies a lot of the chemicals. So there's a lot of pieces, global pieces moving. And this little plant in Taiwan, I guess it's a big plant, little country, makes like 90% of the chips, of the highest caliber chips in the world. So if China invades and that, which would like affect that company, then we could all be kind of fucked.
Why don't they move out of the country?
It's a Taiwanese company. It's like one of the biggest moneymakers in the country. That would like ruin Taiwan.
Okay.
So I think it's a big thing for them. Why would we move, Apple out of our country?
In case we're about to be invaded.
Who would we give it to? Canada to borrow, just hold for us?
Yeah, just can you watch this for a little bit? Like, but we'll it's ours, but you hold it.
You just go check on Zuckerberg every now and then.
Yeah.
Just make sure he's, he hasn't suffocated in his crib.
Yeah, on his gold chain,
Yeah. On his sweet new locks.
which he wears to bed.
Uh-huh.
Like I sleeps naked with his gold chain on.
Yeah, he's trying to get it to fuse into his body like Tony
Yeah.
Stark's crystal. Yeah, so and the way that that was just your camera's going to go off soon. The way they're describing, and we'll wrap it up. The way they're describing making these chips, there's this thing called Moore's law, which is every year, or every 10 years or something, chips will be able to hold twice the amount of information that they did last year, and that's held true. So that means they keep getting smaller and smaller, and their transistors are smaller and smaller. They're like 50 nanometers. Or whatever. It's a very small unit. Atoms are 1, so the transistors are 50 nanometers big. Long, I don't know. So you can fit so many onto one little teeny chip, and you have to make them with all of this incredibly precision equipment, like the flattest mirror that's ever existed, the tiniest, purest ball of tin that has ever been, and all of this is in Taiwan.
Okay.
They got holographic Charizards, Mewtwo's, all one-of-a-kind collectibles over there. It's a big nerd dungeon that it's like they're supplying NVIDIA, all these other, not NVIDIA, but I forget who they're supplying. Maybe they make the chips for NVIDIA. I don't know, but it's like the factory.
Okay.
So it's kind of crazy. It's like when I learned that there's one wire or something that if it freezes over in the, what's the tunnel that goes into New Jersey? Holland
Tunnel.
There's like one train thing, some wires, cable, cord, that if it fails, if it snaps or whatever, the entire tunnel is shut down.
Wow.
Nobody can use it. You're stuck on the island. It would be like chaos. And no one can go through the northeast corridor. Like up to you couldn't even get north from that point. New York is just the end. So it seems crazy that kind of vulnerability is just out there.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, nothing's probably going to happen.
It's fine.
But that chip shortage is why we had cars were so expensive over the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
Because there's different types of chips. You can have car chips and tortilla.
Salsa, yeah.
Yep, right. Con queso. And you can have general chips. And they didn't think they would need so many car chips. So we can't make them. Everyone's sick.
Oof.
Ran out of car chips.
Well, your car may need a new chip at this point.
Yeah.
It's out of chocolate, I'd say.
Get a new phone first, and then we'll work on the car.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I need a new
Car's
phone
still
too.
ticking.
Sounds like it.
Car's still I'm just getting towed. I mean, I'm fucking up. I'm mismanaging my car.
I see. Yeah, you're fucking the car. Okay.
Yeah, I'm messing up the car.
All right.
Anyway, Chuck, I think we got to call it. I got to go. You've been a gracious host. Thank you for the milk jug. Next time I expect it brimming with kumis and a guest. I'll have to get another one of these arms to test the strength of your table.
Yeah, I know. This table it's like your car. It's miraculous. It's still around.
Yeah, there's no glue.
No.
Apparently, it's just pegs and hope.
Pegs and faith. Yeah.
Pegs and faith, yeah. It's my Christian rock band back in the day.
There's an undertone of
It was a little gay undertone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can peg me,
and I have faith
that one day he finally will. And with this, let me peg. Let me peg.
All right, everybody. We hope you've enjoyed this episode and every episode. Charles, where can they find you?
They can find me on all platforms at Charles_Ingle.
On all platforms.
On all platforms. Platform Heels. Most new to the collection.
Most definitely on Platform Heels. At Zach Russell Comedy. At Overshadowed_podcast. Drop us a line, folks. Overshadowedpod@gmail.com. I will send any feedback you have for the tow company or Charles' stepmom directly to the appropriate party.
Thank you.
So if it's either Terry or IDS towing, dependable towing, doing DBA as dependable towing, it'll get to them.
Also, I don't know if we need this soundbite, but Check out the Patreon, the YouTube, the TikTok, all the social medias. We're growing here. We've seen some new attention because we're posting a lot. Please tell your friends, share an episode, leave a review, tell your angry cousin about us, and maybe he can bitch to his girlfriend and she'll listen, and then we'll get a whole new fan base.
Yes,
but
listeners.
We're trying to grow. We appreciate the new views and listens. Please leave a review. Help us.
Help us. We're dying on Spotify. Apple, we're going strong. 4.7. Spotify 3.9.
Can you leave that shit?
We got some people came over for just the history. They didn't like us talking about Apishis. So apologies to every mother in Montana who just wanted to learn more about Naneral. But this is who we are.
This is who we are. We can't hide it.
We can't hide it. We can't change.
If I was invisible,
I would just watch all of you in your room.
I
gotta have the last snap. No, take it away.
That's all right. Take it away. Bye, guys.
I'm gonna be outroing for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah. And another thing.
And one more thing.
If I was invisible. Queso.